Welcome to the Anonymous Maximalists Club. Who wants to begin?
I'm Steve. I opened the Kaspa white paper. Thought it'd take 5 minutes. I couldn't stop reading.
I said I'd never touch alts, ever, but Kaspa, it made sense. Now it's 10% of my portfolio.
I'm thinking of selling all my Bitcoin. Ooh. And going full Kaspa.
Thank you for your honesty. You are safe here. We will always support you.
But please come back to your senses. You are still maximalists. And this is not for social media. I'm a Bitcoin maximalist.
Yo,
Hello, Satoshi. What you doing?
just digging into Kaspa. It's wild, Elon.
Are you alone?
What's up? What's up?
What's going on? Who's that?
Jack, go to our chat.
What's up? What's up?
Yo, Mike, grab the line.
Yo.
What's up?
So, what you doing, Elon?
Oh man, just buying, flying, Kaspa to Mars and then stars.
Me too. Me too.
I would really wish for the community to start opening our, perspective, to let the membrane of our community expand and be more fluid and let things in and out. Are you able to implement a free, decentralized, competitive layer of mining that works like Bitcoin, but in internet speed? We have our own village, but there is a phase which we should pass, which is, starting integrating with the broader crypto community. I see us going full force on the whole algo trading MEV problem in crypto. The more vacuum that true decentralization enables, the more people feel that there's a true need for them to come up and contribute. The main metric that I prefer using is the speed of the block rate. Internet speed of a proof of work system. DAG is not a solution at all. DAG is a problem. It's just the right way of forming the problem. I think the problem is more interesting. You should grind on the problem. Am I trying to solve something that I prove that is impossible? Whether we will achieve my dream of 100 blocks per second, you'll need to compromise. You need to give up on something. And now ask yourself, does it smell right? Do they promise too much? I know the people that have spoken, Satoshi and engaged with him. These are really, serious cypherpunks. I personally know dozens of people who are much more Satoshi than me. Okay, this is exactly what Satoshi would have said. I envision the parallelism of Solana, designed with the zero-knowledge rollups implemented on Ethereum. You bake them together into Kaspa. Both in terms of actual features and in terms of culture, I would really wish for the community to start opening our, perspective. I think that's probably my biggest wish for Kaspa community. I mainly see the collaborations coming rather than mentioning something specific.
know the maxis nervous. They're too brain dead to comprehend. Oh, no reverse to their foot curses. Those lames are all flaccid. Claim bitcoins for the masses. Wait till the Fed hands back their white paper and it's all redacted. BTC got a head start. Now salty Max is filled with fake heart. They preach immaculate conception while they let Satoshi's vision get trademarked. First movers act like prophets, but their gospel's out of date. Bitcoin's a king stuck on the back rank, and Kaspa's next move is checkmate. Kaspa's rising to the top. Yeah, we're breaking through the flood. Bitcoin maxis getting anxious, drag our name all through the mud. They say there's no second best, but the best second I ever spent was the first time I ever transferred 1,000 for 1,000th of a cent. Scalability supreme. Kaspa's haunting Freddy Krueger in his dreams. Spends his days blocking case. Kaspa's living in his head rent free. The case keep on replying and the maxi blocks start to get more furious. Every time they crash out harder, another Bitcoiner gets a little curious. Now crowders going for two, misleading others from the truth it seems. You probably get a blindfold and block when you graduate as FUD University. Filling up his pocket, selling information you can find for free. Reminds me of the other fighters in the exit liquidity scheme. Kaspa's rising to the top. Yeah, we're breaking through the flood. Bitcoin maxis getting anxious, drag our name all through the mud. They say there's no second best, but the best second I ever spent was the first time I ever transferred 1,000 for 1,000th of a cent. This footage whack. My Kaspa peeps are getting blocked by Adam back. Am I just paranoid? It's like a coordinated attack. And CZ, he just acts like he doesn't see me. He gets 100 Cas replies no matter what he's tweeting. Brian Armstrong, are you listening? We want that free spot listing. Your Coinbase 50 index is a joke as long as Kaspa's missing. Tell me, Brian, are you just scared of a little speed? When our ZK roll-ups drop, Kaspa's base layer is all we'll need. Silly peasants, you don't get it. We want it inefficient. We got centralized solutions, one big club and you ain't in it. You text the best and we can speak about these achievements. There's no profit in the cure. We sell subscriptions for the treatment. Kaspa's rising to the top. Yo, we're breaking through the flood. Bitcoin maxis getting anxious, drag our name all through the mud. They say there's no second best, but the best second I ever saw.
Welcome to the Anonymous Maximalists Club. Who wants to begin?
I'm Steve. I opened the Kaspa white paper. Thought it'd take 5 minutes. I couldn't stop reading.
I said I'd never touch alts, ever, but Kaspa, it made sense. Now it's 10% of my portfolio.
I'm thinking of selling all my Bitcoin. Ooh. And going full Kaspa.
Thank you for your honesty. You are safe here. We will always support you.
But please come back to your senses. You are still maximalists. And this is not for social media. Store of value. Everything else is a shitcoin. 21 million. Digital gold. I'm still early.
Dude, really? Still here? Come on, Kaspa smart contracts are live.
Crypto bling, come list, it's hot, big chain, go spot, change fast, no lag, we're clean, grid dag,
no lag, no pain, smart ready, no chain of aim, spot us, we close, contract set. Let's go.
Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best. There is no second best crypto asset, right? There's
no second best.
Okay. It's not okay. It's not.
Welcome to the future of blockchain. And please welcome the creators of two of the best blockchains in the world. So we're the second best, huh? There is no second best. just first best.
You don't want to do this, but you're going to regret it.
Good evening, welcome to Blockchain Banter, episode 84. Chris, what's going on, man? Welcome back to the land of the living. How are you?
I've literally just got back to the land of the living, trust me. But I am doing really, really good. Happy New Year to everyone. This is the first one we've had back since New Year's, isn't it? So,
yeah,
Happy
man.
New Year.
Yeah, man. Well, you know how it goes. We never miss a week. We're always here, no matter what's happened. Coming up to what, 2 years in about 6 months? Oh, wait. Let me re-maths that. In about 6 days?
Honestly, that's insane. It is. Is it about 2 years?
In probably about 5 and a bit months. It was like before June we started or something, right? Or June, they're done somewhere there.
Crazy, man.
So it's like 5 and a bit months now. We're in January.
And it has been every single Monday as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've not missed one.
Not at all. Every single Monday.
Whew, that's a lot. Well, to be honest with you, though, that just proves how constant or the development that's constantly going on within Kaspa. There's always something going on because we've managed to make a show out of it. Like, actually, in fairness, this wasn't even supposed to be a solely Kaspa show, but it obviously ends up being like that because it's what we love.
Yeah, of course, man. Well, and considering back when we started, there was not really any Kaspa orientated spaces. Yeah, there was like YouTube videos and podcasts and stuff, but there was nothing really going on live on spaces. So I think when we started, we really captured the whole audience, and everyone just started coming over.
Yeah, it did. But again, I'm really grateful for it because we do get consistently high amount of numbers coming through to Blockchain Banter, and it does always baffle me because I think, Jesus, like, yeah, just it's us doing a show. Mainly, it's for the other speakers. I think the people want to know what's going on in the projects. But
yeah, man, no one gives a shit about what we're talking about. What do you mean, Chris? It's all over. It's our guests and our listeners, man. They make the show. We're just the clowns pushing the buttons.
They don't care about iPhones and Androids.
The hell.
Oh, but it's awesome, man. Like I said, I've been fortunate. I've had since Christmas off all the way up until now. I'm back on the grind tomorrow, so I've had a long one.
But a good breakaway though, right? You know, it's that time of year we spend with your family. So I hope like you had a good time and enjoyed yourself there, you know, and everyone else for that matter too. I know there was a bit of a sickness going around in the UK. I don't know any other country, but it hit a few people.
Yeah, I got quite lucky with that. None of us really caught it that badly. Got a little bit of a flu, but wasn't too bad.
Nice.
But yeah, the Christmas was awesome because it was really the first time my son's actually got really into Christmas, so that was awesome to see. And yeah, no, it's awesome. I had a really good time. So
nice,
yeah,
man.
back to the grind.
Yeah, back to reality now. Cool. Well, today we've got an action-packed show, but I'd like to say I had a very, very good call earlier today, and I think there might be a new blockchain banter show coming out soon.
Ooh, so that'll be a third one now, won't it? We've got R1 Monday's one. You've got Cara and Juan's one.
Which, by the way, they're back this Wednesday. They had a bit of a break for over the holidays, but they're back. Well, Wednesday for them, Thursday early hours of the morning for us. I think 2 a.m. Right?
Sorry, I couldn't find the mute button. Yes, you're right.
Sweet.
And then so then
and then
third show.
Two new guests as well, and on a different platform. I'm looking forward to seeing how that unfolds, man. The two lads are absolutely going to smash it. I can already tell. But while we're on this subject, shout out to cryptopumpz. He's trying to stream like he used to, the BB over on YouTube, but since X has been going through updates, it's been cutting him off. So let's hope it stays this week and he's able to record the full show. But shout out to you, bro. Thank you for doing that again. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, good start to the new year for us, really. I mean, even just within the broader Kaspa ecosystem, we say broader. Testnet 12's now live already for testing covenants, which is insane. That was done super quickly. I think even Aspect said that's happened quick. So that's like coming from him, like that's really cool. That's a really good thing. But then you've got like, have you done Kasplay.fun? Kasplay.fun.
What's that's Brian? There's so much coming out. I have no idea what's going on, man. I've been my head down as well with what we're building, so I'm way behind on all. And a big cat hit me up that he was building something in the back end as well, asking to like we're gonna hear all about it tonight. He's gonna take the mic shortly and jump on stage. But yeah, there's been so much going on. Honestly, I've just not been able to keep up with everything. What's Kasplay?
Well, yeah, Kasplay.fun. I'm pretty sure it's done by Burke, who makes the Kaspa silver coins and things like that, the retro ones, like the old school ones. They're really cool. But yeah, it's literally just like all your old school favourites: Breakout, Tetris, car like racing games, and a Snake, things like that. And you basically just play, and then it adds your score to the block dag. It's just really cool little thing.
Wait, so it's powered by Kaspa, these games?
I wouldn't say they're powered by Kaspa, but certainly the score that you get after you've played it gets put over to the block dag. I just think it's a really cool little feature to do, because I love these retro games anyway, and just to see, like, once you've done it, it just comes up and says your score is now permanently saved on Kaspa, and it gives you the transaction details of it. It's cool.
Yeah. It's pretty sick. You know what? A game like Snake, imagine every movement being a transaction eventually.
One person could feed the security budget. Yeah.
And if you bring the skills back from 30 years ago, however long ago it was, then definitely securing that on your Nokia.
Yeah. Sure. Get your Nokias out. That would do it.
Oh man, but you know, not only that, today earlier on, I covered it on Crumpet Media. Even Kaspa KII dropping a bomb just start off the new year, man. There's so much going on, man. It's just I don't know. I'm feeling overwhelmed.
I mean, that is huge. Like the Warp Core sandbox they've got now for institutions anyway. Is going to be that's huge. Like especially if it works out really well, because the thing. Well, I'm guessing here, I'm speculating, but I think the main drawback for old school finance is they don't really want to adapt. They're happy. They're set in their ways. They like incremental change, but they don't like complete overhauls. And the fact that they've now made something that's ISO 24672222 whatever compliant, it like that just like it's basically they don't even need to know it's running on Kaspa on the background. They just they do what they do in their own language, and it just in the background Warp Core does its thing, puts it through to Kaspa. So for them, for a user, if they do pretty much exactly the same thing they're doing anyway, but it happens faster and more secure, then like that's that's big news, and could potentially save loads of money. Anyway, like it's obviously only in the sandbox at the moment, but it's just like, even that's quite exciting, you know. Well, very exciting. It's very exciting news, and it'll be awesome to see what comes out of that.
Yeah, 100%, man. I'm eager to see. I'll peek inside Pandora's box, if you will. Yeah, I wanna know a little bit more what they plan and how that's gonna unfold. But they're doing their thing, man, and they're releasing when they're ready, I guess. And, you know, they've been working on this for quite some time now. Remember when we first started, there was a mention of this, and as we just said earlier on, it's coming up to 2 years, right?
Yeah, and I mean, there's a lot of compliance that they have to get through with that as well, like a lot. So I think, like things like this were never going to happen overnight, but to see that they've already got something there now for institutions to trial out in a sandbox environment is awesome. Like that's really good, and I'm pretty sure they've been. I don't want to say for sure because I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure that they've been speaking with sort of the EU anyway, and maybe not the whole EU, but whoever deals with the compliance side of things. So yeah.
Interesting stuff. What's that, Wolf?
I say it's Macron. Macron deals with the compliance.
Macron.
Yeah, he's the main compliance guy. I've got a question for you guys. I don't know if you saw, but have any of you noticed Ashton's profile picture on Telegram? It looks like he's selling Bibles now.
Telegram is like it's like an iPhone to me. So that those pictures are being wasted over there.
You need to go check it out.
It looks like
I try to stay away from Telegram, man. I can't. I've got too many messages coming through from different platforms. It hurts my head.
I was wondering why you're ignoring it, because I've been sending you so many things on there, and you've just been. I've even sent you like a bit of cash, but yeah.
What, on Telegram?
Not interested. Yes, clearly not interested. So.
Oh, I'll have to open it then. I'll have to open it for you and to see Ashton as a choir boy.
Yes.
How much cash are those Bibles that Ashton's selling?
How much? Say again?
How much cash are those Bibles that Ashton's selling?
Question. Depends on what type of Bible, right? So yeah, it depends.
If it's the King James version, that would be really good.
I've got a very, very expensive one at home. Mine's made from. It's got a leather cover, and then inside is my whole lineage. My grandma and granddad did it, so they did all like all the great granddads and great grandfathers. I've got like a old timeline in there.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty funky. Bit of history. I actually need to add to it. I need to add Mr. Wolf to it.
Hey, there we go.
So there. Yeah, are you out of the jacuzzi now, Chris? All you've been doing is sending me pictures of you in a jacuzzi for like 10 days.
That's it. I'm out now. I can't jacuzzi anymore. I'm done.
Yeah, you say you're a fan.
Yeah. You weren't supposed to tell everyone I was sending you pictures as well. That was between me and you.
They know you. They send me pictures all the time. Everybody knows that.
Then that one of your other income streams, Chris.
It
taking
is
pictures in jacuzzis.
Yeah, you get a lot of cash for feet pictures.
Bloody hell, what is this turning into? Let's say hello to our guests. We got Golden Sparrow up on stage. What's going on, Kaspa? How are you doing, man?
Hi, brother. Thank you for the invite. No, great. It's going great. Happy New Year to everyone. I couldn't listen the first 30 seconds to a minute of your space because you're on a. Yeah, I'm on an iPhone, so we always have this issue. But now I can hear you though. So thank Chris for joining, basically.
Man, I'm so glad.
As a co-host.
I'm so glad you went that way with it and didn't say Galaxy or Samsung even. That's made my day. Chris, have some of that, mate.
It's clearly a joke. He's joking. The
I'm an
was
iPhone
working
guy,
before the
of
space
course.
even happened.
Yeah. So yeah, how's everything going, guys? How's New Year?
Yeah, really good, man. Really had I had a really nice and chilled one. So this is basically my first day back on the job, which is a pretty cool job. How about you?
Yeah, good. Also, and yeah, tomorrow will be my birthday. So actually, technically, in 45 minutes from now.
Hey, happy birthday, man! Awesome that you're spending your first birthday hours with us.
Yeah, there we go. magic friends on internet friends, so that's good.
That's awesome, though. Happy
we
birthday.
Met, we met in Berlin.
True, that is true. That is true. Yes, we did. Yeah.
Man, it was a pleasure meeting you out there. Even though we didn't spend much time having a chat because there was so much going on, it was awesome meeting you out there, man. Hopefully, there's some events coming up. We can all meet each other again.
Oh yeah, looking forward to it. Definitely looking forward to it.
Awesome. Levendi, was there someone with a time crunch? Was it Golden Sparrow?
No, it was Kernsey. He'll be coming when he's free from work. I think.
I was gonna tell you, you have Kaspa key on a listener. Maybe you want to drop them a mic. Maybe they want to talk about the announcement of today. That would be really cool.
I would love to have Kaspa Kai come up and talk about the Warp Core announcement, because that was huge. Yeah, funny enough, we've literally, before they joined, we were just speaking about it.
Yeah, because I mean, we could talk about legacy finance and lots of things, but again, the most accurate comments will be coming from them. That would be really cool.
Well, you went to the DII conference, didn't you? Was it Dubai or?
Yeah, that was in Dubai. Yeah, I went. I saw Rory's keynote, and I saw the audience also. During that presentation, so that was mind blowing. And you have to see that. Yeah, this infrastructure, long term, very well designed solutions with the proper stakeholders are things that will last. Whatever is like short-term mindsets, or immediate returns is not relevant at all. That's kind of cool to see that how big this could become. And when you have already the stakeholders in place, and as I said, like companies that they have they sum up hundreds of years and standing with incredible credentials, that's something that will make a difference. So judging for the results, we will see, and I'm very confident. All the work will be done. So it will be really nice. You can address those questions to them, specifically technical ones. It'll be nice to know more about the standards, because as you guys mentioned, banking institutions, they don't change their infrastructure from one day to the other. And for example, thinking that XRP will, substitute SWIFT will be delusional, because the bank will never put their assets and customers' assets on a pre-mined coin that is 40% managed by an institution, right? Or a centralized party, which definitely has a board and maybe has, a number of signatures behind. So that would be insane. But they built on top of existing infrastructures. So when you are ISO compliant, when you you build the road in a way that is consistent with legislation and the sandbox tests happen to be the way institutions do things on production, on a supervised environment, and then it's just a ripple effect in my understanding. But
if I also can ask a question, then I wonder, as I look at XRP or at Kaspa, with XRP, there's also, as you said, also, let me translate it, a third-party risk to it. While Kaspa is a neutral layer. There is no owner, there is no company behind it. And the banks, they are busy reinventing themselves. So they are looking for new rails to work on, because they are more and more going to being a platform rather than just a financial platform rather than just the banking as we have known it for years. And so I'm really wondering, because in my opinion, this is one of the almost non-replicable properties of Kaspa, that it is a fair launched, really a neutral layer. And I'm also wondering if KI gets the mic, if they also can elaborate about that part, because I really wonder how the stakeholders they are talking with are looking towards that aspect.
Yeah, I mean, I've just going back to what Golden Sparrow was saying. Like, I remember Rory speaking just before, and he said, like, because a lot of people are always asking when this. So you say you're doing this, but nothing's happened, and blah 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 blah. But he's 100% right when he's saying, like, one, it's going to move slower because you have to deal with all this compliance, and you have to deal with onboarding people, getting things like ready for it. But also, they need to show that this, or that they're building for something that's going to be working in like 50, 60, 70 years time. So it, like, they're looking so long term, it's unbelievable, like much more long term than like any normal retail person's thinking. So I think, but the fact that they've already got Warpcore into a sandbox environment now is a huge win for anyone in Kaspa. That's a huge win, and hopefully a huge win for the financial, the TradFi as well, because like we've just said, it's the barrier of entry is having to sort of completely reinvent your whole infrastructure. Well, if you don't have to do that, you can just update the tech incrementally. So for banks, it will just be like they're used to, and then in the background it runs on Kaspa, and then back again. They don't even need to know it's running on Kaspa.
And Chris, just a small remark there. I mean, when you talk about financial institutions, you have what is like the reputable damage for them, for their clients. I mean, if you have your clients being, let's say you try to implement any of the system which doesn't have the security properties and throughput and fast confirmation as Kaspa does, and we will become even faster. Just on the MEV protection side of things, for institutional customers, being sandwich attack with any other system is something that it will never be implemented. That's what actually Seb was saying. I mean, for the properties that Kaspa has somehow.
Yeah, that's a great point I think you're making there, because you just don't want to introduce all those extra third-party risk in your infrastructure that you are working on. I even doubt they can legally do so with many of those chains. I think they cannot be insured, and they cannot do their business on any of those rails where they are introducing on top of the normal third-party risk, introducing extra risks of having assets frozen. I don't think that's possible, even if they are looking into it. And I don't think that that the board can make such a decision. I think, but I'm not sure. But that's what my mind is telling me. So, and Chris, I didn't wanted to push KI to speed things up or something like that. So it's not, for me, it's more like it's more on a fundamental or strategic level. I'm just wondering what the stakeholders who are working on that level are looking at. And yeah, I have more often discussed that the neutrality of Kaspa is really an important aspect, and I just cannot see, because if you want to do it again, you have to do another fair launch. And after the way how Kaspa has been treated with by the big boys, I think it will be very hard for somebody else to do it, because they will always be thinking, okay, I can earn a lot of money if I get some VC backing, and we can get our new crypto, our new coin listed everywhere, and I can fill my bags. Also with fiat, but really the way Kaspa has been going, with all the extra difficulties of not having the funding and not having the network to get yourself promoted all the time everywhere, and not having free airdrop money to give away to have friends that will promote you. It's really the hard route that Kaspa has been taking, and I don't think somebody else will do this again. Aside from that, it's almost impossible to have another breakthrough like this, but also to take this route and to really create that neutral layer that is being developed. It's really, really special. I don't think that people really understand how special it is, and I really, really respect Jonathan and everybody who is doing it like this. It is really, really something special. And also the people here. I mean, everybody is doing it on his own time, really. So yeah, I really like how it is evolving, but I think it will be very, very difficult for anybody to do something like this again.
Yeah, fair point. Definitely fair point. It's just, I don't know. Do you think like institutions would use something like XRP?
No.
Because you don't think they'd use that either?
No, I really don't think so.
Wasn't that the whole point why our LUSD came out, so they could use that instead? It's much more fucking viable for them rather than the XRP that's in all deep pockets.
Look, it depends on the. I think it also depends on the use case what you are using it for. If you want to use it for verification of ownership, I can when it replaces the other verification layers that are right now. For instance, I can imagine like I'm not sure, but I think Maersk or another big transporter will also be working on having the shipments tracked by using blockchain, just to make life simpler, because they have to track all those paperworks worldwide, and using blockchain administration to do. They will be benefiting a lot. And that can be done on many different cryptocurrency layers, but that's something other than having real ownership. So it's more of an administrative tool. I think there you will have a lot of competition. Still, Kaspa, with its properties, with its unique properties due to it being so fast, and also with the finality that is just like internet speed soon, that will be a unique on itself. But having ownership and value on it, I think that's something different. And and that's really what sets Kaspa apart. So that whole rails for value and ownership, I think Kaspa is uniquely positioned to take that market, so that you can freely transfer ownership between people. Yeah, that's different than XRP.
You know what is interesting? Like the one that came closer than XRP, because XRP, in my opinion, anyways, is just buzzwords and hype, and a coin that is pre-mined and is held by an institution in like over 40-60%. It's just impossible that an institution will put their assets and their customers in such a blockchain. But then from the Swift messaging side of things, you have like Chainlink runtime environment. They built a Swift messaging system, and they did one test in production with the Swift transfer last year. and they were building for institutions, and their narrative is, okay, banks will have their private blockchains, and they will interact with public blockchains as well, and they were building protocols to connect the Swift messaging system with settlement layers. But the problem is like what Seth says, like you don't have a system that is strong enough with a high throughput, low cost, and the security that proof of work and ASICs combined deliver. And in order to one institution to produce that from scratch, it will be quite hard in a way. It's not. It wouldn't make sense if you have already the centralized sequencer that you can just utilize. But yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's really interesting. I think, especially what you were saying as well, Seb, about the Maersk and things like that, where they have to track their supplies and what's going in, out, and everywhere. Especially when, Christ, I forgot his name. How terrible is that? It's because I've been drunk like most of the week.
Happy New Year, Chris. Oh, Happy New Year, everybody, by the way.
Yeah, Happy New Year, everyone. Sorry, Elliot, especially if Elliot gets these oracles nailed down, or when he does, game changer. Absolute, another game changer, in my opinion. Because it just feels like that's what they're waiting for. Like, I think Chainlink have done a really good job of getting that known and getting a sort of oracle-based, I don't know, narrative out there, and they've done well within it. But like a lot of us have already spoken about, Kaspa itself is such a unique layer that can offer lots of different things to different people. If Elliot can sort of really conquer the oracle side of things, well, then that's just another use case that can be used for Kaspa. Like, it's got so much use case. That's what I really like about Kaspa. It's not just one thing. It really isn't. It's so many different things to so many different people. It gives value, or has the potential to give value, to so many different people in anything they're doing, whether your business or the hardest cypherpunk ever, where you're fuck the businesses. Like, it actually is such a paradoxical network. It works on both ends of the scale.
Yeah, true, but it's really a paradigm shift. It's not just another crypto. It's really breakthrough tech, and I think you can really you can look them up. The funny old videos of people when the mobile phone came out, for instance. People were being interviewed. Do you want a new? Do you want a mobile phone? Well, why? People were asking, or were saying, I don't need a mobile phone. I'm not that important. Or if they want to reach me, they can call me at home. So why do I need something mobile? And same with glass fiber, the high bandwidth internet. Why do you need so much? We don't have anything that can run on that. But because of these new technologies, you can now watch Netflix when you're on the move, and you buy those products. And watching live stream movies was not thinkable a few years earlier, and people were saying, I don't need all those new technologies. We don't need. I mean, I have spoken to the people who are laying the cables for the for the bandwidth, and or at least the people, not who did the actual job, but the companies who were developing it to put it in the ground. And they were saying, yeah, we were thinking people would be needing it, and the technology was there, it was ripe for it to make the investments, so we did it. And then it was kind of waiting to see if people would really use it. And now everybody wants more and more, because we want not just one person to be online, but everybody in a household want to live stream everything without any glitching. And so the expectations of the whole societies, the whole society have shifted due to the new paradigm, that you have high-speed internet on the go. That's totally different than it was before. And also here, I'm at this moment, I am calling through my mobile phone, and but without, there's also a fun thing, without any hardware buttons on it. and you should just look at the first time Steve Jobs was explaining the concept of the iPhone without any hardware buttons. And now, if you are looking, you can, if you look at the presentation, you will have to laugh, because we are so used of not having hardware buttons. But back then, it was really a paradigm shift, because we need those buttons. how crazy can it be? And he also said, and you don't want to have a stylus or whatever he called it, because everybody lost those styluses. And so you used the best stylus you have, and that is your finger. You can never lose that. It's stuff like that. And I think it's with Kaspa is the same. It's very hard to see what will be created, but we can see that this breakthrough tech, there will be a whole new world being developed on Kaspa. So, and at least that's how I'm seeing it. Chris, what's your opinion?
No, Seb, we're on exactly the same wavelength. I'm with you, because exactly like you were saying about the phones, where people used to think, like genuinely, they used to think you were mad or the presenter was mad for coming up and speaking to them about having a phone. It was like, no, why the hell do I need a phone?
Yeah.
Like, it was almost like it was a ridiculous thing to ask of them if they'd ever have a phone. But now, literally, you can't live without it. Like, it is actually another part of you. It's an extension of you now. Whereas literally, how long ago was that? 30, 40 years maybe? Where people were just like, why do we need a phone?
Yeah, and now, luckily I'm not that terrible, but most of you people here, I bet, are using your phone like every hour to check the price of Kaspa, and you cannot live without it anymore. You have to, you have to know the price of it right now. Did it go up or did it go down? I want to know what emotions I have to feel.
Yeah, that's pretty much what everyone uses it for. That and porn, that's about it. But yeah, no, it's so true. Like, sometimes it's actually hard to see the vision because we're not there yet. But once you're there, like exactly like you were saying with the hardware buttons, like that, I've seen that Steve Jobs interview or the talk Steve Jobs gave, and it's hilarious because people are looking at him like he's mental. Like, of course we need buttons. Like, how can you not have it? But now that we're sitting here, all of us with our iPhones, nobody thinks twice about it. It's normal. It's just a normal everyday thing, and that's what.
Except for Jonathan, he doesn't have an iPhone.
Yeah, we're working on that though. Don't worry. He can't be great at everything. Like, come on, there's got to be flaws somewhere, and we found it. But no, it is like Kaspa is the breakthrough tech. It really, really is. Bitcoin was the start of it, and that was breakthrough at the time. Kaspa's just moved on so much more from that, which is amazing. But we still have to have adoption. We still need to, like, our emission schedule is rapid, so we need to start thinking about getting use case on Kaspa. What is good is, like, there's loads of different people thinking of different ways to do this, and me personally, I'm obviously going to be biased, but I'm optimistic on it. I think it's going to be. I think when the floodgates open, it will just swamp everything.
Yeah, and to be honest, as a means of payment, it's already fantastic. That was the first time I started to learn about Kaspa. It's just the better payment system, but everything that is coming extra now, it just makes it the system itself how do you say it, self-funded in the end because of all the use cases. So yeah, that's really, really awesome, and all the new applications, of course, that will be there. So it's and you see the first like also with the K Social and with Kasia Messenger, and of course they are only small applications, but I think having uncensored communication is really important. And so in the United Kingdom, everybody knows about that. because I don't know, there are tens of thousands of people being prosecuted there. I read the other day. So it's,
I wonder, can we make? Is it possible to make phone calls on Kaspa network, or eventually, would that be a thing?
I don't know, Ashton. I think you are the most technical person here. Can you pitch in, Ashton?
Yeah, Ashton. When Kaspa phone.
Oh, you guys are funny. I think the closest we'd get is like the equivalent of the Solana phone, where you're just running, a Web3 sensitive or Web3 aware, operating system on a pretty standard phone. But I think the hard part is, phones are real time. You have to, maybe you could run like a walkie-talkie or a voice messaging system back and forth. But yeah, and maybe there's some sort of kind of on-chain like potential for, connecting the two parties to initiate a call. But the idea of a blockchain, block DAG running real-time communication back and forth, it feels like sci-fi to me. But I mean, I'm not as technical as Seb says I am. So we'll leave it at that.
No, normally you have a continuous. There's. You are looking at the jitter and the continuous open channels, and this milliseconds. So the 100 millisecond, it really is not. I don't think it will be any good indeed. So not.
Wasn't a significant increase in BPS that helped the cause. That's all.
But even then, like how much data can you fit in the single block transfer? I mean, even if you got it down to 1 millisecond, it was completely instant. I mean, you'd have to limit what you could even say in that window to be able to fit it in a transaction to go on. It just seems like not even like the best idea of infrastructure for that to me.
I think you need to have a continuous stream of blocks that is just fetching everything you are speaking and just sending it. So you get like all these dots in. So it's not continuous. And if you are zooming in right now, it's also not that continuous. But it's faster than 100 milliseconds by far.
So
it's really into the milliseconds.
What makes it different to like being able to video stream
then? Like with V4?
Well, I mean, eventually when there's ways to actually be on and stream on Kaspa, well, as we've been seeing in the back end or discussing this stuff. But what makes that different to a phone call?
No, I think that's also with V4, they are making use of other backend infrastructure, and the payments and the login system are making use of Kaspa. So Kaspa is part of it, but it's not 100% running on Kaspa.
Yeah, exactly. Like the idea, I think the equivalent of that, Levendi, would be making a phone call from my Kaspa address to yours instead of my phone number to yours. But the data of our call, the actual call that we're having, wouldn't run on the network. We would just simply have a handshake on the network that allowed us to connect through the on-chain data that's encrypted and whatnot,
If you did manage to do that, it'd be quite cool, because I could imagine each word from your sentence being put into a separate block, and then as it gets to the recipient, it gets reorged so the sentence reads something completely different. That'd be amazing.
But it won't even be a word. It will be less, I think. Or you have your AI that is cutting it up exactly per word. But then still, if you have 100 millisecond blocks, you can get it in smaller parts, because if one block doesn't say one can I wonder how that will be working on a block deck. Normally spoken, you are looking at the jitter and the missing packages, and if it only is a little bit, then you have enough to understand each other. But if it's too if the connection is not good enough, you get your transformer voice and stuff like that. But it can be if you are just sending words and one doesn't get to the other side on time. Indeed, you get scrambled scrambled egg word salad.
Look, Seb, all I'm trying to do is find the way to make a phone call and say use code Levendi Pro and not Chris. Is that possible? Yes or no?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, today, just when we were starting, I had my first batch for the migration. So I finished it, and I'm now looking at the migration for CASMap. And I started with the easiest part, and that's were the merchants, because that's the smallest batch. I imported them now, and I had a nice mapping, but it's not complete yet, so I have to do tomorrow. I will be looking for the gaps, a quick update on CASMap, and that is that the new infrastructure and the new build is ready for the migration. And so I hope I have never done something like this before, so I'm not sure, but I think next week the migration will be done, we are on the new platform. I'm not sure if it will be a seamless migration. I think I will have to do some manual efforts as well, but I try to have it as good as possible for all the users. It's not as finished as I want it to be, but that will happen over the coming months. You will see that some new functionality will be in CASMap. That's because I had to put it in before making the transition, before doing the migration, and maybe some, especially on the gamification side of things, I have the basics in it, but basics and then build it up. And the end are the gamification points, and that will be the last thing I do. But I don't want to wait too much longer, because the performance of the new environment is so much better than it currently is. And I just want to have it done, and then get the feedback also of the bugs that will be probably there, and just tackle them, and have it done with say at the end of this month, that it's all ready. So yeah, that's a positive positive news from CASMap.
Well, that's worth a whiskey, Seb.
100%.
Yeah, for sure.
And a cigar,
For
man.
sure.
And a cigar. Get some rest, bro. Yeah, you've been relentless with this.
Yeah, it's true. I have only been working on this like 10, 12 hours a day for like, I thought it would be like 2 weeks, but it became 2 months. So yeah, that's what it is.
Passion, man. That's what that is. 100%. You know, meanwhile, while you was letting us know all those juicy details, there's a couple of comments that came through from a previous conversation about phone on Kaspa. So Burke, first comment comes in and says, I got audio to work on Cassia, but the file is well under 42K, so about 5 words in low quality. And I sent a comment saying that's just perfectly enough for what I need. Use code Levendi, not Chris. So that's one. That's one. And then Kaspa KII coming through with another comment saying Kaspa could replace the decades-old SS7 telecom system for settling international roaming of calls, text, and data.
Well, I have no idea what that means, but it sounds juicy. But I think the reason Levendi's got such an obsession about phones and making a CAS phone call is because he uses an Android. It's obvious, isn't it? Like, that is why. So just go to iPhone and just put a Kaspa, because I've got a Kaspa phone case. It's great. and then it's my Kaspa phone, but it's got all the iPhone beauty behind it.
Look, bro, I really love Kaspa, and I really love you got a Kaspa case, even though it's for iPhone. But I've got a BB case, bro.
Well, you never know. See how Kaspa keeps developing. Kaspa keeps shocking me as it is, to be honest with you. Like I fell in love with Kaspa when it was on 1 block per second, because I was like, this is just insane. Proof of work that can do 1 block per second, but keep the sort of same level of security and decentralization as Bitcoin. Like doesn't suffer from it. Was just huge for me. That was the right. I'm in on Kaspa because that's incredible breakthrough tech. But now we're like 10 blocks per second, covenants come in, Dagnite being worked on, and then on top of that, you've got all the external builders building out on Kaspa. Like it's really, really cool to see. Like the layer 2s, we'll definitely get into that with Ashton as well, seeing as he's here. Congratulations on that one, bro. That's a good combo, by the way. But yeah, just really exciting stuff being built out. So Kaspa just keeps blowing my brain, to be honest with you. And I mean, I've got a little brain, but it does get blown quite a lot with Kaspa.
But I got a little bit of inspiration now because of the remark of Kaspa KI. It shouldn't be that hard to develop an SMS-like app service then. So
Burke just sent a screenshot from Cassia. He said it was in the .mp3.
Okay.
I mean, if I could just say F off, then that'll be all I need.
Yeah. No, but if somebody wants to do it, make an SMS on Kaspa. I myself find it interesting, even so.
Well, it's more or less Cassia already, right? I mean, it's the same exact concept. Are you just saying to actually integrate with existing like telecom systems where you could send, from a Cassia-like system to a phone number on a carrier?
Yeah, yeah. Well, you can wonder why you would want to do that. A lot. And also with SMSing, by the way. So there's a little bit of a hobby of mine. But yeah, SMS, it's a pretty basic application, and I think I could make an app out of it, and then people can just send SMS text to each other. I'm not sure if there is a demand for it. Most people just app using WhatsApp, but it's a good addition, I think, to the ecosystem. But that's not for the coming month because I will be working on Kaspa first. That has to be finished. But if anybody else wants to do it, be my guest. And otherwise, I probably will do it later this year.
Seb, I missed the start of the space here, so I'm sorry if I'm duplicating. But did you think more or consider about the hackathon participants and stuff on the map? I want to say we talked about it last maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, I also talked with Merlin about that, and I'm also working on onboarding a university for the Kilos initiative to get the Kaspa network for universities, developers, and open science. My aim will be to get 20 universities onboarded with at least 5 students per university. That makes 100 students. And then make it a memorandum of understanding, so a non-legal binding, non-financial binding agreement to have a cooperation of 3 years to make sure it is sustainable and a good continuity of the program. And also in that concept, we are looking into getting those hackathon people also on the CAS map. This is also one of the things that I really want to hurry to get CAS map ready. So that also the onboarding process is smoother, and maybe even make it as simple as the people who are actively are active in the Kaspaton, that I will offer some widget or so to easily sign up from the hackathon website to us. But I have some ideas about that, but I really am pushing now to get this migration done. So, but yeah, Ashton is a good idea, and we have been talking about it, Merlin and Nick. Sorry, Merlin and I. So yeah, that's on the roadmap, but it's just that I have constraints of like 24 hours in a day. That's my problem.
Yeah, if we could solve that problem, I
Yeah.
think we'd all be happy. But
Yeah.
thanks for answering.
Awesome. Levendi, I'm just cautious because I know someone had a time crunch. Are we still good, or do we need to switch to a different guest?
Yeah, so we've got Felix up on stage from Guernsey. You've got a bit of a time crunch. What's going on, Felix? Welcome to the stage, man.
Hey, everyone. I'm good, actually. I do have, let's say, a time crunch since I'm right now in Vegas for the CES. So I do have about 10 minutes for you guys.
Oh, damn, that's a good way to start the new year.
It is. It is.
Awesome. So let us know what you've been up to then, Felix. I know I still haven't got my stuff over to you, so bad on me. But I've been in holiday mode. I promise you. I know Ashton's giving me thumb down and everything. I know I'm slacking. I promise. I know this. But I
No
will get
worries.
it to you. I promise.
No worries. But yeah, actually, I'm here. I don't know if you or anyone knows about the CES, the Consumer Electronics Show that happens every year here in Vegas, about technologies and new stuff coming out. And yeah, I just love it. I come here. It's my 10th year now, and it's the second year with currency, and this year is special since I have be a big one this year.
Oh, damn. That's so. Are you actually demoing on stage, or is it like a
No,
private group?
unfortunately, but well, right now there's no. Like I did in Berlin with Ashton, I was not scheduled, and I and I managed to get on stage even so. Maybe we can manage something here in Vegas as well, but I'll opportunities for me to present and demo what we will be launching soon, our new features. So maybe it will be possible for me to get on stage and did what I did in Berlin, but with new features, of course.
That would be so good. I mean, because considering you just said like this is your 10th year there now, do you already
Yeah.
know quite a few people, quite a few of the regulars that go there anyway?
Actually, not that much, since I was prior being with currency, let's say I was here on my own, having fun in Vegas, and I'm a big techie, so that's why maybe a little bit to have fun in Vegas, but yeah, it's so no, I don't know much regulars here, especially for the CS, but of course everyone is here, so there's it's probably, if not the biggest event in technology here in the states, and yeah, I'm fortunate to be here again.
I mean, that'd be amazing to get to. Like, obviously, you'll want to be introducing currency wallet, but
yeah,
by doing that, you're obviously introducing Kaspa as well, which is amazing.
Of course.
So that'd be badass. What you should try and do, I reckon, if you're down that way, is try get onto. Is it Sin City Crypto? I know they do podcasts. They've got their
they've
own.
got an amazing studio in Vegas. You're spot on, Chris.
Oh yeah.
It's
There's
definitely.
there's a Vegas group that I should be going. I believe it's Wednesday night, but the Sin City one, I don't know about it.
I think they're fairly. I think they're fairly big. I know that a few people have already, because Casper was at an event there a year ago back, a few years ago back maybe. Like Shy was on it, Chad. Oh Christ, who else was on there?
Luke was on there.
Yes, Luke. Well done, Ashton. Yeah.
Well, I have a
so,
special place in my heart for that show.
yeah, it's awesome, isn't it? It's awesome. So I would say I'll try find it in the background for you, but I can only do one thing at a time, which is talking, unfortunately. So, but maybe Levendi or Ashton, if you could you try find Sin City Crypto's X page, and then Felix, definitely reach out to them and say you're a wallet on Kaspa, because I know that they do quite like Kaspa as well. Well, they seem to anyway. But they're good guys. Look them up, and it'll be if you're that way. Would be awesome to see you and currency wallet there.
Of course, it will be awesome. Thanks, guys. It will for sure help currency and Kaspa itself to grow.
Yeah, 100%, man. So you're going to be doing a lot of gambling in Vegas as well, I suppose.
After CS events, so until 8 p.m., 9 p.m., I should be walking and talking with other folks. But yeah, of course, in Vegas, in the city that doesn't sleep, you do play and gamble sometimes when you have money on hand, and yeah, if it fits your life, it's fun.
You never know. You might be able to double your cash pot in just one roll of the dice.
You never know. I'm a bit of a poker player, as you might remember in Berlin, but yeah, I do play poker.
Don't remind me, man. Fucking hell.
Yeah, you won it all, didn't you, Felix?
I fucking thought I forgot about that day.
I finished second.
Oh, second. All I remember is trying to get you off the table and onto the stage. It's like, stop winning, man.
I tried, but
that's why he
anyway.
comes second, Ashton. You pressurized him. He would have come first otherwise. Oh, Berlin was such a good event, man. That was brilliant.
Yep.
Loved that.
Yep.
But yeah, it was great to meet everyone there as well, and like yourself included, Felix. It was awesome.
Pleasure is mine. So basically, yeah, I'll be able to demo here in Vegas. There's the two new products actually. There will be alongside currency wallet, which will include a currency pass, which is the payment system that we will be introducing by the end of month. And also the partner solution that will launch alongside the pass and other solution as well. So you'll be able actually businesses and merchants or anyone that want to accept payments as Wolfie currently does at his bar. You'll be able to do it maybe a bit quicker and of course a simpler solution for businesses to accept Kaspa payments and crypto in general, actually. So we're starting off with Kaspa, and we will be building off that solution and ramping up everything else.
I mean, that's massive news. When did you say you think that would be launched?
By the end of month. So the product is working. I'm demoing here in Vegas, and we will be providing early access pretty soon. Hopefully, Wolfie will be able to test it out, and others as well. And yeah, we by the end of month should be that would be the target to mark on your calendar.
Damn, that's massive. Yeah, this is what I mean about the Casper ecosystem. There's so much going on, so many different onboarding
On
and
a ramp,
offboarding.
of course.
Is like, I know, don't get me wrong, that's obviously a whole different minefield of compliance and things like that. But is that still something that is on the roadmap?
It's part of our top priorities. We were supposed to launch by the end of year, well, in December, but we well, it's a good news actually. We received officially our license. So where I'm from in Quebec, East Coast of Canada, we have, yes, the province of Quebec, which has here its government, and we have also the Canada that has let's say power over Quebec. So I had to get two licenses, and I if I remember correctly, it was December 16th, something like that. I received officially my second license. So that's maybe took more time for us to get things onboarded, but yeah, we are actively looking for liquidity. With businesses that are currently not um, ex well, let's say for example, okay, that Mexi right now, even though it's maybe not the exchanges that is loved by everyone, but Mexi is not legally available in Canada, but they could, and we could with them partner up, make them uses yeah, provide on and off ramp to our customers and users here in Canada. So that's what we are working with, trying to build relationships with big liquidity providers for currency wallet to have yeah, the on and off ramp solution within your hands. So that's where we are at right now.
That's so cool, man. That's some awesome progress as well.
Yep.
And that's for only for Canadian citizens for the moment, isn't it?
For the
BAD.
moment, yeah, yeah. So we will be launching Canada as soon as we can, let's say. um, and while I'm doing this, we are doing the same thing or the same steps for the US, since it's let's say the closest from Canada, and I know some guys here. And the third one, or the yeah, the third target would be Europe, with the MiCA legislation that yeah, that could enable us to provide the same services for all Europe.
Absolutely insane, man. That's so cool. I might just set up a bank account in Canada. Just so then you don't have to worry about all the Mika stuff. I'll just go to you. But no, that's awesome, man. Really, really cool news.
It
So
is.
yeah, just I know you've given us more time than originally expected, but just to quickly check, Levendi, has there been any questions for Felix at all?
No questions, but a lot of love coming through about the poker. Full face saying he was better, but we all know he was one of the first out. And then Paul G, the actual winner of the tournament, coming in and saying, I remember that game. Can't believe what a playoff. Can't believe I won, but it was great and all that. I can't believe you won that as well. Thanks to Ashton, apparently.
Yeah.
Amazing. Felix, have you got anything else you wanted to add before you have to drop out?
Actually, no. If there's any questions or anything, feel free to contact us via X or anything. We'll make sure to answer every question. If a small guide for currency wallet that dropped earlier today. So if you haven't had the time to looked at it and view it, it's a good start for currency. So we're starting off the year right on.
Love that, man. You certainly are as well. I mean, you've been building relentlessly. I'm actually amazed at how much you've done with Currency Wallet and like your vision
Thanks.
for it as well. So fair play to you, man. You've done an incredible job, and it's exciting to see where you're continuing to go as well. So yeah, massive thanks to you, man.
Thanks, Chris.
No problems.
Thanks, everyone.
Cheers, Felix. See you later.
Bye.
Awesome. Right, Levendi, where are we at now?
Well, let's take the conversation back over to Ashton. What's going on, bro? You've got some updates for us this evening.
Do I?
Apparently,
It's
there's
2026
something
now.
Something's gone down. Apparently.
Yeah, it's been a really fun weekend. Pavel and I were talking a little bit prior to the new year and kind of aligning and seeing if it made sense, and it looks like it did. I joined their team. A lot of people saw on X. You to all of Eager Labs and specifically Pavel for trusting me and onboarding me and giving me a chance to help their team. It's exciting. My role there is mainly just translating the technical into easy to understand, quote unquote, what does it do for me type mentality, so that we can get the ecosystem excited and people engaged and builders onboarded. And I think one of the other things that's really important is just having someone you can go to and rely on for answers to questions and resource docs and things like that. So it's been a challenge in CAS for anyone that's been building. We could have better documentation. We could have more resources available to empower builders and stuff. And Eager is a small portion of the greater CAS ecosystem, but I'm excited to impact that and make sure everyone feels taken care of and heard and having a place to go.
Well, firstly, congratulations, but I think it's an awesome combination between, I think both sides of the equation there are going to benefit really well, because you are a fantastic speaker anyway, and you do have a really good knack for breaking down things that are complicated to a lot of people into an easy to understand way. So, I mean, even me, you've taught me a hell of a lot. And it's because you can explain things in an easy to understand way. But it's like you said, that's probably one of the first. That is the first thing that people come across when they see something new, but they can't understand it. Their brains just switch off and go somewhere else because they can't understand it. They don't understand what it's doing for them or what its benefit for them or anything like that. So yeah, I think it's an important role, but one I think you'll do amazing at. So I'm glad to see you there, man.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. The kind words, confidence. It is always a little bit surprising to me because I think you guys know I'm super hard on myself and critical and not, you know, I went to this conversation with Pavel like, I don't know, maybe I got like a 10% chance of making this work, you know, and it went really well. So it's good. And the glorious thing for everyone, I'm not going to touch the code at all. I don't have to do any of it. You don't have to worry about my hands in the code. The professionals are going to do it, and I'm going to talk about it.
So good, man. It's so good. And what, like, because IGRA are getting quite close with certain aspects of their development anyway, which is very cool as well. So you've probably come around at just the right time, because the more things that they start to develop on, like their roadmaps getting there. I know they had a bit of a to push back part of their roadmap because, again, when you're building in this space, it's completely new architecture. You're going to come up with certain bugs that you didn't think were ever going to be there, and then you have to face them and battle them and get it just right. Like Pavel's always said when he's been on Blockchain Banter, they really want the foundation to be strong. Like they don't want any education scenarios. They want it to be as strong as possible, which I totally respect. And so, yeah, it's just really cool that you now get to talk to us about it in a way that we can actually understand.
Absolutely, and you're 100% right about the edge cases. I mean, I've just started kind of getting familiar with the team members that I didn't know prior, and looking at some documentation and doing some research. And I mean, these guys are making this, you know, quote unquote bulletproof. That's the measure of success. It's not does it work, or can we complete a transaction, or, you know, does the node turn up. Is this going to handle anything and everything? And it's really complex. I mean, this isn't just an off-the-shelf EVM protocol that runs on top of KAS. It isn't just you know, a recreation of the existing L1, you know, proof of work consensus. I mean, they're really, if you look at the IGRA tweet that came out today about the attestation protocols and the new challenger entity that plays a role in that equation. I mean, this really is like the first base rollup EVM that's also incorporating functions of proof of stake, which feels, you know, maybe a little kind of, you know, anti, you know, Kaspa core idea, but everything runs on the ultimate settlement layer, right? The L1, the miners, all of the consensus and the security, but, you know, that comes with those miners is embedded in every single IGRA transaction. But you've got another layer of these attestations that allow people to earn from participating in the L2, you know, rewards and things like this. And similarly, on the other side of the coin, the bad actors to get slashed and penalized for these things. And I don't know, I was really excited reading about the challenger aspect that they announced today, because it literally gives any of us, every one of us on this call, the ability to turn up a challenger and say, no, I don't believe that, you know, what the chain says is correct. Let me, you know, prove it and see if I can push back and make sure this is secure. So they're doing it in such a way that's, I think it really does embody the Kaspa ethos, the fairness, the decentralized, and they're connecting that with the most robust you know, smart contract protocol, be it EVM, that has so many builders that can just simply port. So, you know, the real challenge, I think, at this point, obviously they have some fine tuning to do and you know, edge cases to cover on the code, but I think the real challenging part has fallen in my lap. I've got to go get some, you know, EVM builders and make sure all of us KAS builders in this ecosystem are aware and educated and know how to leverage this in the best way. So there's not much, you know, deep knowledge or alpha I can provide on this type of call. I literally started 4 days ago, but it has been a massive intake of information that made me realize I didn't really know as much about IGRA as I thought I did before, and I think that's really exciting.
And so it's part of, well, like you did mention, part of your job is trying to actually attract EVM builders. Do you have a strategy for that yet, or are you sort of working on that?
I was the majority of my day today, and I'm only about halfway through my day, being that I'm the guy behind the curve in California. So I'm still working through it, but there is a lot of opportunity, and there's a lot of, I think, building conversations that go on on EVM chains or just generally in the Ethereum ecosystem that, those of us that are hyper focused on CAS just don't pay attention to. Many of us probably don't even know those conversations are going on. And, Egra has been quietly contributing to those conversations already, right? They had a merge pull request to the Rusty ETH code base, and they're improving Ethereum because Kaspa's consensus and network infrastructure requires it. It just needs Ethereum or EVM as a whole to be better for it to work, and they're actively doing this. So I think talking about those type of contributions can really connect the dots between the two ecosystems and create that kind of highway that drives people over here.
Hey Ashton, I wonder if Vitalik's recent ZKVM updates have helped the cause there in Igra's corner.
I honestly, I kind of heard half what you say. Can you repeat that?
I don't know if the Vitalik's ETH ZKVM updates, recent updates, have helped the corner there for Igra. You mentioned that they needed Ethereum to be better, so perhaps this helped.
It's potential for sure, and I don't want to speak out of turn on things I don't fully understand yet. I do think that their contributions and that PR that was merged that I mentioned was unrelated to that, just because of the timing of it. It was whatever, 60 days ago, 45 days ago or something. I think that happened from the Igra side. This may be newer information from Vitalik, but I mean, it's very clear signs that moving towards ZK architecture in blockchain crypto as a whole is inevitably the next frontier. And I mean, these guys have seen it from the beginning. They've been building it for that from the beginning. And I think we've even seen things like the testnet 12 and covenants coming out as not directly related or caused by builders like Igra or Casplex, but influenced heavily, right? We saw a new motivation to introduce these new opcodes and this new functionality because of what everyone's building. So, contributing back to EVM, contributing to maybe pressuring or accelerating Caspa's development as a whole, that's what all of these builders are doing. And it's a lot of fun to just be involved in it and championing it.
What, like, it is strange really, because Ethereum, like you were saying, like with the ZK stuff, even base roll-ups, like that all spawned from Ethereum. Like the research behind it spawned from Ethereum, but obviously they could never really get it to work properly.